Star Wars Outlaws is just a game. This combined the gameplay of the Assassin's Creed and the Far Cry and adds Star Wars engagements. As a friend, I think the game is slightly lacking compared to Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Shortly after the Battle of Hoth, the story begins with Kay West sitting away to escape her home world of Canonical to start a new life in the core worlds. In her desperation, she takes up a job with a crew led by Daniel who plan to break into Zero's throat and steal his fortunes. Kay successfully opens the throat, only to be surprised when Daniel's crew reveal themselves to be part of the Rebel Alliance and their real objective was to free their team leader Azara, who was being held prisoner by Zero. Kay demands payment from Daniel, but is sought by a sunburst and forced to escape on her own, believing Kay is responsible for the break-in. Zero shoots a death mark on her head. Kay sealed a ship called the Trailblazer and make an emergency jump to the planet Chusara, but is forced to crush land due to damage to the ship. The purpose of the game is to find a way to repair the ship on this planet. The player mainly controls Kay-Fat and her pet Next act as an auxiliary in the battle. There are 3 ways to play: combat, unlock, and the world exploration. In terms of combat, busters are mainly used, and there are 3 methods which will be opened as the progresses during battle. Adrenaline will increase. When it is full, you can launch adrenaline shoot. Time will slow down, and you can mark enemies and kill them. The rifle can be picked up around the scenes, but the rifle cannot be loaded with ammo. When the ammo is exhausted, the rifle will be discarded. The rifle is lowered when priming and crouching. Pellets can steal and attack enemy during battle. When attacking enemy, Kay can perform a melee attack to take down the enemy. The ability will be turned on when you meet the designated character. To turn on the ability, you need to play the prerequisite tasks. When the task is completed, the ability will be opened. There are some conditions. When the battlefield conditions are completed or the battlefield materials are completed, the ability can be upgraded. The replication is that Kay will deal with different forces as the story progresses. There are 4 in the total. When you have options while advancing the story, you will be friendly a certain fox and unfriended a certain fox. In addition, performing some tasks in the world can enhance the replication of the fox. In normal times, you can choose to use buster to kill enemies or stealth to kill enemies, except perhaps because the main mission requires that the alarm cannot be triggered. The game might be played in stealth mode will the alarm is triggered, the mission will end. In terms of unlockable gates and treasure chests can be opened using data sticks. At that time, these were a rhythm game that needed to be displayed according to the screen and would be opened when the specified number of times was reached. The computer in the restricted area also needs to be unlocked. At that time, the specified graphics need to be matched and placed in the correct position. When it is correct, the computer will open and all functions can be used in terms of world exploration. When you reach to Sarah, you will get the Twitter byte and the game is already an open world. Ability use a speeder byte to travel around the planet. When the ship repairs are complete, move to different planets. 3 in total. The nature of playing on all planets is the same, but the terrain presented is different. In summary, the game is just a Ubisoft open world game dressed in Star Wars skins. In terms of story, it's just a popcorn movie with Star Wars elements added. Because of some purposes, there are some encounters with key characters, and these characters are the characters who have appeared in the movie in the past. In terms of combat, by combining gunplay and style in the gameplay, I feel that gunplay gameplay is not the focus of the game, but stealth is. The stealth gameplay is not like Assassin's Creed, so it is like Far Cry because there are relatively few means of assassinating enemies. Unlike the Assassin's Creed, the number of the means that can be upgraded over time will increase.